Hi, welcome to my second devlog. In the last devlog, we focused on creating a unique style for the game. We ended up with looks like this one, or this, or this. And today, we got to use our brain to solve some problems that this style causes. But first, here are two features that I want to include into the game. I want you to be able to customize how you look in the game, so you can be the most unique person you have ever wanted to be. Secondly, I want you to be able to pick up items and interact with them. So where's the problem with the current setup? The problem is that we currently use one file containing the whole animated body. It's one flat animation. So let's say we want to switch the head. How would we do that? There are two solutions to this problem. The first one is to split the body into different pieces. Every body part has its own file with the animation. If we put everything together, we see the full body in motion again and can switch out body parts as we like. The downside of this method is that we not only have to save the animations for all body parts, but also every body part for every skin. This adds up very quickly and will not end good if done. So what about the second option? This is more user-friendly because we save every body part only as a picture. With a little bit of code, we can attach the pictures to a moving placeholder. So it's not the picture that is moving, it's the placeholder. And we can swap body parts as we like. But this leads to another question. Where do we animate the placeholder? Well, it turns out that this leads to several problems in production, which I don't want to get into detail. But for those who are interested, I just say Unreal Engine Animation System, State Machine, My Mental Health. So you see, it's a bit more complicated than it seems. It's like having to choose what urinal to use, except that there's no free one and you're the awkward guy standing there waiting for someone to finish. But luckily, there's one more thing. You see, until now we only focused on 2D solutions. Well, it does make sense because it's a 2D game. But to get the most freedom, we got to use 3D advantages. So I animated a 3D bone structure like in classic 3D games, but instead of a 3D character, I only attached 2D images. These images can be swapped out easily, so we only have to save images and can easily swap them out to create awesome looks for our character. So I recreated the animations on my 3D skeleton and applied them. But this leads to a new problem. The animations were smoothed out, even though I've animated them like a stop-motion figure. The reason for it is quite technical, so I won't go into detail. But luckily, I found a plugin that enables me to keep the stop-motion effect. There were plenty of these small problems, but after all, we've got the desired look with the benefits of a 3D character. Talking about looks, I want to show you something. I designed the skins inside Photoshop and I generated a script that helps me out. If I run the script, it takes a look at the name of the first layer, creates a folder with that name and saves every body part automatically in that folder. The best part is, it's named properly. That's pretty good and efficient, so I have more time to lay in the sun and drink my favorite drink, Blueberry Boozy. And because it's so cozy, I gotta say thank you for all the comments and love in my last devlog. Every comment, like and sub really means a lot to me. But this is only our second date, so let's don't get too intimate here. Let's focus on the visuals of the game again. In After Effects, I've animated buildings in a stop-motion way and cut them out very roughly to create a handmade look. I think we are on the right track with the visuals, but they need a lot of work to get right. So if you got some fancy ideas, please let me know. Alright, let's use the build system and create something with it. I've made some new animations like crouching, jumping, dashing, and wall sliding. I really like how the wall slide turned out, and also the dashing. They all need work, but for a prototype it works quite well in my opinion. I will probably add some fighting animations soon, and the ability to pick up items and throw them around. Feel free to share your ideas and thoughts about that as well. Also, it's finally time to add some skins. Let me introduce you to Miss Unwanted Sunshine, Dr. Wokter, and the beloved Finkton Fishingham. Well, maybe we got to work on these, but that's something for another devlog. Please let me know in the comments what you think about the progress. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.